good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope you've been having a good time in Eve. So a hell of a good time to start getting into what we have been discussing on the channel recently in regards to Depths of the Abyss and this, that and the other. And also possibly one of the most upcoming, popular, trendy, whatever you want to call it, ways of making some serious money. Now I'm going to be doing a full tutorial on this, starting from this one, which is the introduction, which will be ship, fitting, the type of abyss, and we'll be going over certain details on there. What we're going to be looking into to start off with is the ship. You can see it on the screen, I'm not hiding it from you. So we are going to be using the Hawk. Now, as you can see, the Hawk is the Caldari Caldari assault frigate. Now it gets some nice little bonuses, which we're going to be going into as to why it's ideal for what we're going to be doing for the assault frigate skill, which on average, once you start running it, is best to get up to 4. Maximise your ability to run these sites effectively, efficiently, and reduce the amount of times you die. I say reduce, and we'll come into that shortly. So, as I said, assault frigates, get that to at least 2 or 3 minimum before you start running. As obviously, because it's shield 7.5% bonus to shield booster amount per level, and 10% bonus to light missile and rocket max velocity. So, the higher level you have that, the further your missiles are going to go, and the more you're going to be able to boost with your shield booster. Basic stuff, right? Caldari frigate bonus, you need this to 5, so this doesn't really matter saying, oh, you must get it to this level. You have to get this to level 5 to fly the Hawk. But with doing so, you get 10% to bonus to kinetic light missile and rocket damage, and a 5% light missile and rocket launcher rate of fire per level. So you're getting a max bonus of 50% increase to kinetic missiles, and a 25% bonus to light missile or rocket rate of fire. We're going to be using light missiles. What the hell? Light missiles. So we're going to be going into the fit in a minute. And also it gets that amazing roll bonus, which doesn't sound much on itself, but when you're looking at doing this, 50% reduction in micro warp drive signature radius penalty, because therefore, as you know, micro warp drives increase your signature radius, which means bigger stuff can hit you easier and you take more damage. Now, open up the fitting straight away. It doesn't look that complicated, and you'll notice it's only 50 million ISK. That's only because I'm in nullsec and the price is here a little bit higher than highsec because of shipping fees and everything like that. So to start off, we've got some light missile launchers. I would highly recommend getting into this fit once you can use T2 missiles and all the and you've got basically that cap stable. Now, if you're getting slightly, no, never mind. I'll go into that in another video. It's fine. I was just gonna say about using your shield booster and whatnot. We'll go into that in another video. So, first of all, for Tech 2 light missile launchers. Now, this fit is very tight. I will admit. To get all this online, no issues, no implants whatsoever, you will need, I think, advanced weapon upgrades 4. I can't 100% confirm that. Right, okay, so my ult has advanced weapon upgrades level 3. He's currently training level 4. I need the 2% implant for power grid, just so I can get all these launchers and get the full fit online. So you will need advanced weapon upgrades minimum of 4 if you don't want to use an implant. And with an implant, with advanced weapon upgrades 4, it may well be that you need the 1% implant, which is literally nothing. But if obviously train advanced weapon upgrades 5 as soon as you can. So obviously you've got your missiles here. I don't have perfect skills for light missiles. I'll show you what I have. My missile skills. So as you can see, my missile skills are they're not perfect. I've got warhead upgrades 5. I've got missile projection 5. I haven't got light missile spec 5. Guided missile precision is not 5. So there are is room for improvement on my skills, which is why without implants I get 229 DPS. You can increase that slightly by obviously putting in the time to get to those higher level 5 skills, and therefore increasing the damage and the range that you can fight from. The guy that I run these with, he can get an extra 2 or 3 kilometers on his missiles than me. Doesn't sound much, but it helps. So that's your damage output, and as you get the bonus to kinetic damage, you want to be using only T2 Fury light missile. Now, if you use faction missiles, yes, you may hit the frigates a little bit better, but you do more damage to the cruisers and the bigger stuff. So instead of switching over, which takes time, which in the Abyss is obviously very important, just use Tech 2 because they are a fraction of the cost compared to your faction as well. So it's all about running cost as well. So the fit as well, we're back on it. Small, compact shield booster. You can squeeze... No, you cannot squeeze anything else on. Because look, I have 0 power grid left. Which means, getting rid of my earlier comment, you will need advanced weapon upgrades 5 to run this without an implant. I have 0 power grid left. That's how tight this fit is. I have a Tech 2 cap recharger, 2 small compact PB acid cap batteries, and a compact micro warp drive, and obviously T2 ballistic control systems for obvious reasons, maximum damage, and here we have enough cap to keep us going through the site, and also these cap batteries with you do get a very small, a 20%, 22% bonus each to cap warfare resistance, which is more helpful the higher up the tiers you go. Now with this fit also we have the Tech 2 Bay Loading Accelerator, which increases your rate of fire by 15%, so therefore increasing your DPS. If we simulate this and we were to remove that, our DPS drops by 20. Well, 23 actually, but no, 25. God, maths is an issue sometimes. So if you take that off, you lose 25 DPS. Not ideal. That's why that's on there, and also auxiliary thrusters to get your velocity as high as possible. Now, the reasoning for these fits is because these Hawks are able to run T5 Abyssals as it stands right now. Until the changes, we'll be going back, and any updates on the fits I will be redoing, and I'll be going through the fitting video again to sort of adjust for any these new spawns that are covered in a recent video. Should be a little card just coming up at the top now. So yeah, that is basically the fit. Now, you can have some implants in this, which you can have the snapshot light missiles. I keep trying to say light missiles. 903, which gives you a 3% damage to your light missiles, and your Deadeye rapid launch 3%. I mean, if you want to bring this up, you can. It's completely up to you. That will only give you an extra 20 DPS for those two, which is not ideal. I mean, if you want to, you can, obviously, but we've decided not to use implants anymore, which the reason being I will cover in a later video. So basically, when you know your Hawk is fit correctly, you'll be getting over 209 DPS or 209 DPS and up. You will be doing over, if I simulate this, sorry, over 2,600 meters a second out of the Abyss, because when you go into the Abyss, you'll be doing much more. But you should aim for over 2,600 meters a second outside of the Abyss. If you are not getting that speed for any reason whatsoever, via skills or what, you may want to use some form of implant to get that higher speed, because the speed is absolutely necessary in this. And which again will be covered in as we start looking into the sites you will run, the spawns that you can expect and how to deal with them, and your positioning in the site and which targets to go through first. If you are not, so as I said, if you are, just to summarise then, if you're not getting 2,600 meters a second out of your fit, you may want to consider some lower end implants, so an overclocker, or if you want, I wouldn't say Quafe Zero because they're not cheap, or the Zor's custom mine link. I don't know how much they are these days, but if anything to get you over that 2,600 threshold is needed, because when you go into the abyss, which you will be running, let me have a look. You want to be running T Darks here, so you get a bonus to the maximum velocity. Turret range doesn't matter because that doesn't affect your missiles, which is why I use the Hawk. But the maximum velocity bonus is the reason why you need to be doing that minimum speed before you go in. Because the boost puts you up to, I think it was about 3,000 or maybe 4,000 meters a second when you get up to the higher tiers. But this will run anything tier 0 to 5. Haven't tested the 6s yet, will be testing them, and I will be doing videos on those T6s and in these Hawks. So it's going to be interesting to see how these new changes affect, because obviously there's going to be different types of damage, some different ships, some different ways of tackling each site. But as of now, I'm going to start running through the sites, the spawns, how to deal with them, positioning, so on and so forth. But I hope you found this one interesting to start with. As I said, this is the introduction to the tier 5 abyssal running Hawk in all of its glory. But if you have enjoyed this, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you keep up to date with this series to see where it goes and how it all works out in the abyss. And if you stick by this, and if you follow these fits and the how to run the site, you can net yourself quite easily 250 to 350 million ISK an hour. Yeah, you heard right. So on that note, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.